Hello everyone, my name is Jacob, and today I should be building a milling machine in Minecraft. Alright, so today we have a very niche sort of construction equipment machine here to build. I was sort of thinking about adding some more machines to my group here of construction equipment. I've really pretty much built most of the stuff that's used in like road construction and stuff, with the exception of the road mill, or the milling machine, or whatever you want to call it, the pavement mill, so that's why I decided to build it today, I guess. So basically, this is just like a large piece of construction equipment that is used for removing the top layer of a road, so basically the pavement, and it does that with a sort of a rotary tool underneath in this sort of enclosure on the bottom. It just sort of grinds it down to the surface underneath, so that usually it can be repaved or some other type of action done to it. So it's basically just an easy way, or a semi-easy way of removing pavement from an existing road. So you don't see these things often, but when you see them, they're very noisy and very noticeable, very large as well. So definitely remember to build this one. So that's what we're doing today, I guess. I built this one on the very large side. There are like smaller versions of this type of machine out there, of course depending on the task that needs to perform. But today we're going to be building this giant monster. So let's just go ahead and start. Alright, so I've played around and built a sort of a model road over here underneath this one, and you can see how it works. So basically you've got like road surface on this side, and then on the back it comes without the road surface. So we're just gonna build the actual machine over here, and that should be fine. So as you can see, it is a tracked sort of vehicle. These things move incredibly slowly and are generally transported by a truck with a trailer. So they have these sort of small tracks on both sides, and of course those are used for just weight distribution, but also it levels out like hydraulically, because obviously the front of the machine is going to be higher up than the rear, depending on how deep the cut is underneath. So it can compensate for that with some hydraulics on those tracks. So that's pretty cool. I didn't really explain what all the parts are basically. So you can see the tracks here on the front and on the back. We've got our sort of milling drum enclosure in the middle. We have then basically the engine compartment in the back, and then we've got the operator's position like sort of in the middle, and then up front there is the rubble chute. This is basically like a conveyor belt for rubble that is produced when removing asphalt or pavement, and it is used to transport that from the machine into a truck that's driving in front of the machine when it's working, and that way they can do it much quicker. So let's just start by building some of these tracks. They are quite simple. I've used some of this chiseled stone brick as the wheels. We've also got some anvils that go in between here, but we're gonna have some black concrete on the bottom as well. So let's put the anvils in. On top we're gonna have some black carpet like this, and we're also gonna have some black concrete blocks at the corners. All right. After we've done this, we can build the other track, which is just 2 blocks apart from this one. So right here, and of course this one's going to be exactly the same. Same goes for the tracks in the rear of the vehicle. They're going to be exactly the same as these as well, so that should be fine. Okay. So now we can like build some structure up front. So we've got some stairs. If I can do it, got some stairs here, holding the whole track up, basically. There we go. And then we're gonna have some anvils in the front, but that comes later. I guess I'm gonna have to put some gray carpet underneath, just so that I can put those anvils up here where they need to go. There we go. Okay. And then we can pretty much move back from there. So we're gonna go for some white concrete blocks. I've used them to build the actual like body of the machine, and they're gonna be in line. The side's gonna be in line with the tracks, so it is only 4 blocks wide. And we're gonna have some stairs in the front section. But I guess we're gonna do that later. So first of all, we're gonna build this sort of a platform on the bottom, and then we're gonna move on from there. So the distance from the front tracks to the sort of milling box in the middle is a single block. So we're gonna start this right here, and we're gonna leave a gap of 1 block there. And we're gonna have the same sort of formation on the other side. This is gonna obviously connect to the body like this, so we can just extend this bottom all the way. So, okay. After that, we're gonna go back. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks there. And this is going to be our box. This is basically just to contain all of the flying rubble that comes off of the road surface when it's being milled. Obviously you don't want that flying around and potentially killing people, so that thing's probably going to be quite strong. And then after that we're going to start the rear tracks, also just 1 block behind here. And as I said before, they are exactly the same as the ones in front. So this, and we're gonna have some wheels and some anvils. There we go, perfect. What else can we do here? We're gonna have the stairs, but they're gonna be much easier to build if I extend this backwards first of all. Okay, so the stairs go in to the frontmost anvil, where the frontmost anvil is, so like this, and the other one like so. We're also gonna have a couple of stone slabs here in the rear, and holding up the anvils like this. There we go. That is our rear track assembly pretty much. So now we can move on and do the top bit. We could also extend this gray carpet. Fuck's sake, the auto jump is such a dumb function. I don't know why I haven't turned it off yet. Anyway, so let's build the front first of all, I guess. So we're just gonna have a couple of stairs first of all. I'm gonna use some quartz stairs, and they're gonna go right on the front here, so on the sides, and then in the middle, as you can see, we have the conveyor belt start down here pretty much, so like this, and the conveyor belt has stone brick stairs instead of quartz stairs, and we're just gonna build this upwards. So I built quite a large one here, obviously because this is a large machine and it needs to have a suitably sized conveyor belt to be visually pleasing, but also it's not, they usually have quite a long sort of conveyor belt, just to make it easier for the worker to position it in a way so that it can unload into a truck. Alright, so we're just gonna extend this a bit more here. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections in total. So you can tell how tall it is. We also have a couple of slabs here at the end there. That's pretty much it for our conveyor belt. Now this thing also has a sort of thing that holds it up. We're gonna build that right now. So it's made out of some stairs, some quartz stairs, and we'll build it right here on the side. This is basically to like a supporting thing in order for the conveyor belt to be supported and to be able, and for the operator, for the worker in charge, to be able to position it in the way that he wants, because these things usually pivot a bit right to left. Usually that's the case. Okay, so we have this sort of support structure on the side, and now we're gonna put some stairs right here. So actually, let's put them there, and then we're gonna have just some slabs here. We're gonna have to have some on the bottom as well. Okay, there we go. That is our support sort of arch thing. I did actually screw this up, didn't I? Yes. We just have some slabs here. There we go. Okay, and we have some sort of connecting struts for the thing, and I'm gonna use just some end rods connected to hit to there and to this sort of thing, and that should probably work. Okay, and now we can move back from there. So we're gonna have a wall on the side. It is usually gonna be 3 blocks tall, so the side of the machine is gonna be 3 blocks tall. So let's just do that. We're obviously gonna have a hole in the middle, so the hole is gonna be is gonna start right where the this thing starts. So where the box starts on the bottom, and it is 3 blocks long, and we're gonna have the same thing on the other side. This is just so the worker can go up and down, can access the controls. Some of these are actually operated remotely as well, but usually there's just a guy sitting in there controlling the whole thing. They are moving extremely slowly, so but I guess you need a lot of precision when operating a thing like this as well. Okay, so we have just sort of a surface here of black concrete blocks, and we're gonna have some stone brick stairs. They are gonna go right here, and they're gonna provide access to this control area from the bottom. Okay, from the floor. Okay, so we have some stairs, and let's just extend this up here. So 4 blocks here, 4 blocks here, and we can just build the top as well. Just fill that in, and then on the front we have this sort of gradual incline, and I've just used some slabs for that. On the rear, it's pretty much same, but we're gonna have some slabs on the top side. So basically like this, we're gonna have 2 rows going pretty much all the way to the rear of the vehicle, and then we're gonna do the glass and stuff for the operator's cab. I've used some glass panes for this, so we have a row in front and we have a row in the back, and then we have a roof, and I've made that out of quartz slabs. They just go over top of glass panes, and we should have a nice roof to this thing. We're also gonna have a seat right in the middle, I believe. There we go. And we're also gonna need some sort of fence around the thing, because it is quite tall, as you can see, and I can imagine if you fall from this, it would not be the best thing in the world. So just gonna add some fence for safety and looks. Okay, so on this side it's obviously open because of the stairs. On the other side we're just gonna have it closed. There we go. And then that's pretty much it for this middle section. Then we can move on to the rear section, which has just some radiators and an exhaust. So obviously quite a lot of power is required for this thing to tear up pavement, and so they generally have quite powerful engines, and because they're moving very slowly, obviously there is a problem with cooling, so they usually have quite large radiators on the back, and I've just sort of made this whole thing a giant radiator. So that's pretty much what that is. And we're also gonna have an exhaust sort of thing on the side. Doesn't usually look like this on the real ones, but I couldn't really find a better solution for this, so we're just going with a hopper there, and I think that's pretty much it. We can also add some cobwebs for effect, because why not? There we go. And that is one finished pavement remover, whatever you want to call this thing. It's pretty big. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This thing is just like in between the houses here. Looks like I'm running out of space in this world. That's pretty crazy, isn't it? I guess we're gonna have to move out a bit. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, you can press the like button and subscribe to my channel. You can also now support me on Patreon. The link is down at the end of the description. And I will see you next time.